The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
You found the Local Show. Aren't you lucky? Just in advance of St. Patrick's Day, which is just around the corner. Hard to believe that it's just around the corner, right, along with the home show.
Yeah, the home show, and they're always kind of around the same weekend.
Same thing, yeah.
And we'll be out there at that home show on that Saturday, the 15th.
Try and do it live.
Can try to do it live if everything works. They'll get to see us and hear us, or ignore, and they'll probably ignore us either way. But that'll be fun.
They ignored us the last time. I know you were disappointed because you like the celebrity. Steve likes the celebrity of this whole thing.
They're gonna like it's those two guys. Okay.
He thinks people are gonna walk by and go, "Hey, it's the two guys from the thing."
Yeah, because we have it's a Local Show, guys.
Because we have a big banner that says "The Local Show" with Tom and Steve. We're sitting under it. They're probably right.
Yeah, they ever ask for your autographs?
Yeah, just Tom's.
No,
his golden lungs.
Yeah, give me money. I don't need compliments anymore. I've had enough compliments in my life. I just like the money.
Give me cash.
Give me the cash.
Back in the day, doing photography, they're like, "We can't pay it, but we'll give you a photo credit." Jeez.
Yeah, right.
Thanks. Right.
To appeal to the ego, right? You think that's going to do it. Yeah. Hey, look, Victory in Motion is our new sponsor for this year. And boy, do they do a great job. Victory, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, because they have found a way to take the platelets in your blood, use that plasma, and re-inject it and heal your shoulders.
Well, you
and
said
your knees.
That was very good. I was going to say they take stuff and they don't have to do other things necessarily, but Dr. Petropoli, I mean, he's a surgeon.
Yeah.
This isn't like this novelty thing, and he has gone this way to help people out.
He could have just kept his mouth shut and done surgeries and made lots of money with it.
Correct. And I was in Florida here a week or two ago, and I was seeing a lot of social feed ads for for knees and
because it's the geriatric capital of the world.
Well, certainly it's very old. So victoryinmotion.com or call them. They're very good answering questions.
Yes.
315, of course, 685-7544. 685-7544. If your knees or your joints are hurting, have a chat with them.
Very good. All right. Well, it's our pleasure to bring back onto the show George Powers, the owner of Powers Accounting.
Hello, gentlemen.
Payroll made simple, right?
Yes, that's right.
He put the
I like simple.
The C, the cool in math. That was you.
I like that. The cool in math. I like that. Yeah. And we try to make payroll simple.
Yeah, right.
We got a lot going on.
Can you do math in your head?
Some.
Okay. I just was curious.
Just because he's a tax person doesn't mean he's great at math.
I've actually been practicing a little bit more because you get so used to using a calculator,
right?
And you don't even think about it.
Sure.
So I do try sometimes.
Remember what they told us? You're not always going to have a calculator in your pocket. You better learn this stuff.
Well, they also told us you're going to need to learn how to do cursive and you're going to need to learn how to spell. And neither of those are actually true at all.
Why did they do away with cursive writing? Because Nicholas, my son, is 18 years old, and I can't remember where we were. And I'm not going to try because it'll waste the whole half hour of the show. But we were someplace where he had to sign his name. And I said, well, just sign your name. And he goes, Dad, I don't know how.
Yeah, they don't know.
What do you mean you don't know how to sign
or someplace like that?
Yeah. And he had to actually put a signature on. Yeah. How do they expect these kids to do it?
Well, the reality is, why do you need cursive? That's the only reason. Just to sign things.
Right.
Anymore. It's like a foreign language. I mean, folks can write in cursive and kids can't read it necessarily.
Yeah.
But,
it could be a code if there's a war.
It's a quicker way of writing, they said. I actually never did cursive. I fought it all the way through.
Did you really?
Didn't like cursive. I always did printing. And in third grade, they said you're going to have to do cursive in fourth. In fourth grade, they said you're going to have to do cursive in fifth. They set it all the way up, and I never did it.
You never did? I'm telling.
I mean, I can sign my name. Where did you I can go back and do it.
Where'd you go to junior high school? Because they should have caught it right there.
Ray Middle School.
We better send an investigation. investigation.
I've had bad penmanship most of my life, and there's been periods where I've tried to really concentrate on making it neat. But I liked cursive. I enjoyed writing.
I thought it was cool,
cursive.
but again, my penmanship, I'm with you. My penmanship was so bad you couldn't read it. Yeah. And I have at times also. I mean, make a nice signature and work at it. It just looked like someone who went really slow and it still was messy. So
when you were 11, you picked up an agabus and said, "This is it," or what they call that thing?
It's an abacus.
Abacus. What's the other? What did I say?
Agabus or something.
Oh, Atticus. It's Atticus.
No, that's where you go to prison.
Right.
Yeah,
right. So anyway, you picked up a calculator.
And we use calculators. So I've been trying to work with less calculators and try to do math in my head.
Let me guess, was it a Tandy or was it a Texas Instrument?
Oh, I had a Texas Instrument,
of course.
Yeah, those were the biggies.
Remember those in today's dollars? Back then, you would spend $100, $200 for a calculator.
Oh yeah.
The scientific one was like $400.
Now you get them free.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And then Radio Shack came out with all the different colored ones, and they had like bubblegum looking stuff, and that was fun.
Oh yeah, it's a different world.
Yeah,
a different world what we have now. But.
So, a couple questions: are people? How is the IRS? I heard some more things on some scams. It seems to circle around how if someone is delinquent or needs investigation, how does the IRS contact them?
Great question, because you do get phone calls. The IRS will never give you a phone call out of the blue and threaten you. They will never send the sheriff to you. The sheriff does not come and do the IRS's work. If you owe taxes, you typically know why, because they will send you a notice. They send a notice, and they send another notice, and they send another notice, and then they send a notice that you have to sign for.
They get bigger and change colors.
That's right. It's like a Big Mack truck coming down the road. You don't miss
It's
that.
not a surprise.
No, and if they call you, they're people doing their job. The only time they get nasty is, if you owe hundreds of thousands of dollars and you're trying to play games with them.
Right.
Then they get upset. So you just don't play games with them. And most people that get notices, it's okay, they forgot to put something on their tax return or something doesn't match. A whole lot of times you can explain it, or maybe there was an error on the return or something else. Maybe there's an error on an information return that was put under your name. So you ask questions, you see what's going on, you investigate, and you talk to the IRS. They are just doing a job. The employees at the IRS are not evil villains. They're not out to take your home. They're just doing their job, and if you help them do their job, they're usually just fine folks.
But even before cuts or whatever's going on now, they were backed up.
Yes.
Like if you had sent a check to them, or maybe a check that'll open right away. But if you had sent paperwork,
check they can.
It was months and months and months before they even touched it, right?
Correct. And they've gotten better. I don't know if they may go backwards again now. And that has been one of the challenges we've had with the IRS is that Congress for years has not given them any more money. And what happens is then a small problem becomes a large problem. And quite frankly, the IRS is the one fundraising area of our government. Now, I'm not trying to be pro-IRS. I'm not pro or negative IRS.
But it is where it comes from.
Right. Follow the rules. Congress passes the rules, and the IRS is there to try to enforce them. With no IRS, it'll just be the Wild West, and people will do anything. And then the only people that follow the rules are the people that are rule followers, and then everybody else wins. And are you happy having everybody else not follow the rules and you get to pay their taxes?
So did you hear they're not going to make pennies anymore?
That's probably a good idea. I don't think they should have paper dollars.
They looked at it. They were like, it takes like 3 cents to make a penny or something.
I think some of those things are, I don't think we should have paper dollars.
So
I think paper dollars
would be the alternative, though.
Coin dollars. You go to Europe,
coin.
dollar coins. Because they last a long time.
Yes, so you're right. I never thought about that.
Paper dollars do not. I think it's a waste. But they've tried to do it in the past, and the public pushes back. They don't want all the coins in their pockets. But if we're looking for dollars and cents, we shouldn't have a paper dollar either.
I would be concerned about digital currency because you don't want people tracking everything you do, and just think about that. It's sort of like having a parent over you who could turn off the tap at any time. Or ask you, why are you buying those gummy bears? Should you really be doing that for your diet? I think we'll turn off your allowance this week.
Are you having too many gummy bears?
No, I don't
see
do
any
that
gummy
stuff.
bears there.
But it was the first thing that came to mind.
So let's keep yucking it up after the break. We're here with George Powers, Powers Accounting. Tom.